So this is a recap since when I did my live feed, there was a lot of rude starting comments in the channel. And if people honestly think, since I just started with a live, that I'm going to let hate comments and disrespectful, anti-LGBT comments, calling me gay, gayist, I'm a lizard, stuff like that, you think that bothers me? No, it's really disrespectful for what I do on my channel. And I'm speaking directly to those who are responsible for it. So what I'm doing here is the news for you guys, with the silenced respect for John Oliver's show here. John Oliver just did his full live, and I absolutely love this. So he did a spot-on, perfect response, similar to what Bill Maher did, but in his own way. And I think he handled it actually with more commentary, refreshness, and truth and source. He got straight down to the facts with the full honesty of how it must feel to go through this entire election. So I want you guys to hear a lot of this without actually seeing it. But I do want to show the pictures of what happened with some of the most important characters that have been pulled out of the new Trump administration coming soon. We need to be watching very carefully. So, yeah, John Oliver, here's some psyche for you guys. Some small stories. 43 monkeys remain on the run from South Carolina lab. CEO thinks they're having an adventure. That's the first part of this segment. Message in a bottle found in Ontario Lake after 26 years. This is all stuff that ironically was happening. Oh, yeah, that's right. And the AOL guy, the guy behind the AOL, he died. The one who said, "You've got mail and goodbye." He actually died. That's so sad. And I can't play the sound in here, but
died just 1 day shy of his 75th birthday.
So the AOL creator guy, the voice guy, he died 1 day shy of his 75th birthday. It's so sad, and nobody was paying attention to that. That was over on November 8th. I must have missed that myself. That was reported on 94.5 FM, The Buzz. This is what John Oliver is covering in his show. And like I said before that, there was a message in a bottle that was found in Ontario Lake that had been found 26 years after it had originally been left off. And then the monkeys that got out, that happened in Ontario, Canada. Or no, South Carolina. The CEO thinks that they're having an adventure, and that happened November 8th. A lot of stuff happened November 8th. So John Oliver waited to do this segment a little bit later, but carrying more deeper into this full segment, we were talking about John Oliver talking about the effects of what it's like to go through this whole segment. And then he plays the segment for he's going to. Yes, even John Oliver was hoping that he wouldn't see that Trump would win.
He couldn't seem to believe it either.
Yeah, see, and John Oliver said it right there. Trump couldn't even believe he won. And what does that say about the rest of us? What does that say about all the people who wanted him and didn't want him, the MAGA supporters, and people were uncertain if he'd win? He was completely stunned. He was shocked.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It is crazy.
Really
It's insane.
crazy.
But you know what? It's not just really, really crazy like John Oliver says. It's also not normal based on the merits. If it wasn't normal in 2016, it wasn't normal when the entire presidency went through for Donald Trump up to the point when you hit 2019. And it wasn't normal even after that, even through Joe Biden and Kamala. Nothing has been normal ever since Donald Trump changed the face of politics. And he did invoke that fear, that anti-Semitism, that white nationalism, the division. He definitely welcomes the door to all those topics of discussion. I don't call him a racist because he's just an ordinary racist. No, he is a racist. He actually emboldens himself proudly around people who are against African Americans, against minorities. And he's got people in his new administration that are against them. So let's stay tuned and let's finish the segment.
He's basically one sentence away from saying, I mean, you guys saw what I did, right? And you still voted for this? That doesn't make any sense. And I know.
Actually, it does make sense because Donald Trump, if you look it up, he actually knew that people that were so pissed off and angry about this country, all you'd have to do is run as a Republican and lie to people, and people would be dumb enough to believe him. Look it up. You guys look it up. That's him insulting the American voters from all the way back in 2016. He made that statement before. That's why he knew when Obama made fun of him at that dinner roast in 2015. That's why Donald Trump said to be president, to prove a point. And he did. He proved his point as being the biggest donkey of all. And you want to know why I call him the biggest donkey of all? Because he does belong to the Democratic Party. He's been hiding behind the elephant in the Republican Party that's been shot down and dead and replaced by MAGA. MAGA cult owns it. They belong to it. And the fact is, like I said in my previous chat that I could have done live, I kicked it off because I just felt it wasn't very productive. Sorry about that. Now I got to go back and hold on a second. I'm gonna go back and select HDMI and then hopefully get this back up and running. I did save it, so I'm not worried about it. So that was let's see here. Sorry, I lost a part of it, but seems it lost much of its general recording. So just ignore that, okay? So what I'm trying to get down to the topic is on John Oliver, and what he discussed is like he really covered a good detailed depth of what we're feeling, what our shock is feeling, how low the bar is set, if people are willing to even feel so low in their level of optimism, like what's wrong with you if you're super happy. We should be down here at a more normal level, pessimistic, but yet optimistic, but still very, very pessimistic and almost close to the degree of almost wanting to drink bleach. And I get people would take that as a little bit offensive in the show, but it's true. Like most people are probably feeling like, what the heck is wrong with our country? What's wrong with everybody? What has happened to us? Well, the dumpster fire is out, as I stand by from what I've said. People that come to my channel and those who are subscribed to me, I don't stand for hate. And if you bring it into a chat and live chat, it's going to get deleted. You're going to get flagged right then and there. I've had some people also claiming in my live chat that I was trying to basically illegally showcase TV, share TV, or do something illegal, sharing a live show. I wasn't doing anything of the sort, but I took down the video because it turned out to be less productive because people were trying to ruin what I was trying to do in my own content because not a lot of good people that currently follow me are active at this time of night. And even if they are, they're probably doing other things, and nobody knew I was going to do a live. I did say it in my previous video. I stand by what I'm saying. And I'm going back right there to say that really proud of what John Oliver revealed in this episode of Last Week Tonight. It was really refreshing, really heartwarming, and hit the perfect note of how it feels where we're all a little shell-shocked. We're all coping with it. We're all going to have to go through grief. And it's true, a lot of us will, but you don't have to be going through grief. We can support local grassroots movements that are already underway. That's another important thing that unveiled from here. And the most dangerous thing is certain people in Trump's cabinet pick. One second. So the dangers that we're facing here with Donald Trump's new cabinet picks, these are the people that we got to be watching out for. So these are some of the faces, and these are people you should not be taking lightly. Serious problems, a lot of embroiled issues going on, a lot of big problems with them. I'll send the full link in the description for this, but there's a lot of problem because there's a lot of corruption going on with certain of these people. A lot of them are right-wing. And he is somebody who separating migrant children from their parents. Right there. So there's going to be a lot of extremism right here. Stephen Miller, the greatest threat of all. He's the architect of Trump's immigration agenda. He's a white nationalist, not a joke. You guys should really do your research further deeper in. A lot of the details in here. This guy, too, he's no joke. He's going to be attacking, he's going to be in charge of intelligence and national security, and he's against freedom of speech and free journalism. He's threatening to go after independent journalism sources. There's a lot more names in here. I'll post the full link in the description. You guys, check out the link in here. Read this yourself. Educate yourself. I'm going to do my full reading tonight. I'm going to get into enjoying some shows since I just ate quite late. Yeah, we're going to have more drilling. We're about to see exactly what this cabinet's about to leave us with. We're about to see where our country's about to go with this kind of crazy, absurd maniacs. And honestly, Elon Musk's probably the most dangerous in terms of what would be involved with the government, but with what he can do with his social networking and the influence and the impacts of his votes and voice to our stock market, It's going to be a long, complicated situation. There's a lot of people who didn't make the cut due to broken ties, but I think the new people are going to be a big problem in itself. Thanks for watching tonight. Do your research. Like I said, stay informed, stay invested in this. Don't give up hope. Mcluvin News. Thanks for watching.